All right, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is David Esquire with Esquire Photography. We've got an incredible episode for you today. I am joined with Mike McCaleb. He is a professional filmmaker extraordinaire with Mission Visual here in Orange County, and he's got some fantastic tips and tricks and bits of information he's going to share with you that hopefully save you some time, a little bit of money, and better than that, your sanity while you're planning your wedding. So, Mike, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, my friend. We've had the honor to work together. Well, I've had the honor, I should say, of working with you.
I had honor as well.
But we've had the opportunity, I should say, and the honor of being able to work together on numerous weddings over the years. And I know from my end, I've always been very impressed with your work ethic, just how you do your thing, and just the skill level and the product that you deliver. And it just seemed like a no-brainer to have you as a guest on this program. So I'm really excited about all this great stuff you're going to share today.
Thank you.
Now, I know your story, but our viewers don't. So could you share with our viewers how you got started in this wild wedding videography industry?
Yeah, definitely. I was a filmmaker, went to film school, and studied documentary film. The first wedding I shot was in college. Hated it.
Really?
Yeah. Went to Hollywood, worked there, hated it.
Yeah.
Came back, worked for the Improv for 10 years as a manager and a lighting and sound designer. And in the process, I started editing for comedians. And then I got reintroduced to weddings by a friend and just fell in love with it. And I guess I just was at the right time in my life where I wanted to shoot weddings. I view a wedding film as a mini documentary. It's a documentary of the first day of someone's family, and it's a really important historical document. So
it's very, very true. I love how you pointed that out. It's like a mini documentary.
Yeah.
It really is, because
Yeah.
you're starting from the beginning. And it's almost like you're bringing two families together.
And there's no script. You don't, I mean, you know, like
true.
what the itinerary is going to
Yeah.
be, but you don't know how it's going to happen. So I just love to shoot and shoot and shoot and then put it together and make something cool with it.
What is your favorite thing about being a professional? Would it be considered a videographer or a filmmaker?
Well, I like to look at it as filmmaking now.
Okay.
You know, obviously we're using video, but the line is getting so, you know, close together between film and video. I'm a little unique in that I actually like to edit more than I like to shoot. Most people, they're like, ooh, edit video? That takes so long. It's so hard. But that's what I love. So that's my favorite part of it. But I really love to edit stuff that I shot. And to me, that is the most important thing when you're looking for a professional. Find somebody that's a great shooter, but that edits all of their own footage. They don't have someone else edit for them because they were there. You know, I was at the wedding. I know what I'm looking at. I know what the people want. So,
very much can relate to that entirely. Now, when a bride or a groom is wanting to hire a filmmaker like yourself, could you share with them a standout feature of hiring a filmmaker like yourself?
I think one of the features of having a professional is they're not biased.
Okay.
They go to the event, they shoot it, they shoot both sides of the family equally, and they really take in the whole event, and they're not, you know, spending time talking to relatives or standing at the bar or what have you, you know. We're there to do a job, and so we just take it all in and record as much as we can.
That's awesome. And do you think that there's a couple of advantages to hiring a professional filmmaker like yourself with that?
Well, I think filmmaking is really difficult to do well.
What do you mean?
Shooting, especially shooting a wedding ceremony, you have to be in the right place at the right time.
Okay.
You have to cover it with multiple angles. You have to cover the audio, which is a huge thing. Most amateurs don't have professional audio gear. And so we bring in that gear, the wireless mics and the shotguns, and we try not to make it look like a TV production, because I've seen weddings like that. But we try to cover it so that you can hear everything too, you know. And then the editing. Editing is very time consuming, so you want to have a professional that likes to edit and that will get it done in a timely manner and that's done it before. So if there are any issues that come up, they can take care of them.
So could you share some of the benefits of hiring a professional like you. You've got the experience, you've got the know-how, the advantage to that. But how would that benefit our brides and grooms that are watching this program today?
Well, one of the things that a lot of people don't think about is having a professional filmmaker is important not only to the bride and groom, but to the photographer, to the DJ, to the wedding coordinator. Because I think if you have one person in that mix that's not professional, it can screw up all the other jobs.
Yeah.
And we work really closely with the photographer.
Not too close.
Yeah. But my philosophy is I let you do your thing.
Yes.
And I shoot from a different angle, and I don't try to pose people. But if I have an amateur photographer that I'm working with, it totally affects my job.
Okay.
And it can be vice versa too. If you have a great, fantastic photographer like David Esquire, and then you have some guy with a little video camera that's getting in his way the whole time, you're not going to be able to do your job. So
Right.
I think that's important. I think timeliness. I think professionals have insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Professionals have business licenses, which in this day, with this economy, unfortunately, you have people out there that are kind of posing as professionals.
Right.
And they'll do the job and take the money and then skip town. And that's happened a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sad. That I would be very disappointed if I was on the other end of that. So you're located here in Orange County, but where can our viewers find you online?
We're at www.missionvisual.com.
Okay.
We're also on Facebook. There's a page for Mission Visual there.
Is it facebook.com?
Facebook.com/missionvisual.
Okay.
Or you can do facebook.com/OC Wedding Video.
Oh.
Or you can go to Vimeo and look up Mission Visual. Or, no, I'm just kidding.
It's like, or YouTube,
Yeah.
or Twitter.
I like to be all over the place.
I know. Very much so. Mike, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule this week. I really appreciate this. This means a lot to me, and I really hope that our viewers were able to get some bits and pieces of information that's going to help them plan their wedding, hopefully save them some time, money. The biggest thing is sanity, because we've both walked that path. And
Yeah.
you just want to skip town and go to Vegas or something at that point. On numerous occasions for me. It's like, that's it, I'm done.
We'll go with you to Vegas, too. If
Yes.
you decide to go to Vegas, we'll go along.
Definitely. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is David Esquire with Esquire Photography, and once again, I am joined with
Mike McCaleb, Mission Visual. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and stay tuned for another episode. Save you some time, save you some money, and your sanity. We'll see you soon. Cheers.